So here, I got a video coming at you here about JLR. Yes, this document here I find is interesting because who he's suing here is media editors. Yes, the media people. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, here he goes by Jonathan Lee Richards, aka Bernard Madoff, aka Stephen Michael Rubenstein. Ain't that interesting? He tried to sue Harvard Business Review. Okay, so it says here, I'll just say JLR for short, when he was at the federal prison in Kentucky, okay, he filed an instant pro se civil action against Harvard Business Review. 21 other defendants he calls media editors. In his handwritings, he alleges, okay, JLR moves for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction because I face an imminent danger and bodily economic harm from defendants collectively who are media editors who have continued to write articles of defaming of my character, and they are violating my copyrighted trademark name under UCCFU, the commercial code people. Defendants are putting a serious burden on my life, which has caused me panic attacks, loss of appetite. I now weigh 107 pounds and I'm 5'10". I'm so weak and tired. The manner in which my sentence was executed was unconstitutional and in the violation of my Eighth Amendment rights for cruel, unusual punishment. Defendants have been calling the main switchboard at Kentucky prison, trying to interview me and trying to voice transcript my life to play on Twitter.com. Defendants create web blogs of my name, which puts me in danger from identity theft victims. Defendants label me as a cyber terrorist and wrote on their websites that I was involved in financial of the massacre in India motel, and I hacked in some casino at MGM Grand and published a mail catalog that I stole identities of Fortune 500 company CEOs. I stole identities, okay, where am I? I had secret links to Bernard Madoff, where I had millions in Switzerland. Defendant stories are fabricated of my life. Defendants send reports to the front steps here to try to interview me or try to post my mugshot online. Defendants sold articles to Google with me on it. I pray this court will grant my motion of relief. Okay, and I'm not going to read all this word for word. So pretty much what this says here is this is a state case, not a federal case, what he's trying to do here, okay? And what do they say here? This is funny. Federal courts have an independent duty to determine what jurisdictional and to police the boundaries of its own. The party who seeks to invoke a federal district court bears the burden of establishing the court to hear the case. Plaintiff fails at his attempt to invoke the court's jurisdiction under the advisory statute based on his state law claim of defamation, as he seeks only equitable relief and therefore fails to meet the amount required by the statute. Okay, and it says plaintiff alleges that the method in which a sentence was executed is unconstitutional, violates the Eighth Amendment, and a federal prisoner may only raise a challenge in a corpus or habeas corpus. Okay, inappropriate for claims challenging the execution or manner in which a sentence was served. And such an action may be brought against the official who has custody of the inmate. Okay, then it also says here, plaintiff cannot bring any vivis federal civil right action. He does not sue any federal actors of that. He cannot bring any state civil right action because he can't sue anybody, or he's not suing anybody from the state. Okay, and then finally, plaintiff claims that the defendant, media editors, are violating my copyrighted trademark name under the UCC, the commercial code people, fails to meet the notice pleading requirement of Rule 8. And it says here, a short and plain statement of the claim showing the pleader is entitled to relief. Plaintiff designates Jonathan Lee Richards, Bernard Madoff, Stephen Michael Rubin as a plaintiff in the caption of this complaint, yet fails to indicate which name or names of the subjects he claims. He further fails to indicate what section are being violated or what conduct of each part of the 23 defendant violates. 23 people. There's 23 defendants, but he couldn't give one name. He couldn't give one name. Oh, God, I can't believe this. Okay. Given the defendant's fair notice of what plaintiff claim is and the grounds upon which it rests. In conclusion, plaintiff fails either to specify the basis of the court's jurisdiction over his complaint or to clarify the type of action he is bringing. He bundles claims and causes of action in one paragraph, sues 23 defendants, none of whom are located in Kentucky. For this reason, this instant action will be dismissed by separate order for lack of subject. Oh my God, I mean, come on, really? This guy is unbelievable. Yeah. Okay, so my main point about this here is, his words in here, okay? When he sued, 23 media editors? He's the one, he's accusing them of doing all this kind of stuff. This is what he's doing to these people in these cases. Guilty, non-guilty, have nothing to do with it. Oh, they knew the people. He's doing these things. And then, I didn't know he had all these aliases, but we do now. Okay, and one last thing here. But I want to say, people can go to prison, be charged with felonies, depending what it is, in my opinion, except for murder. He's been doing this kind of stuff since 2004, 2006. This was in 2009. And my point is, if he changed and learned something from that, obviously he didn't, because he went back in 2012 or 13, and because he violated parole. Okay, and he's out and about now on parole, and he's still doing that type of behavior. He is doing this to real life victims. Here is just on paper, okay? And yeah, and one day, and I wouldn't wish this upon him, somebody just might hurt him for doing all this, okay? That's the bottom line. He could get hurt too, just saying. Okay, Jonathan, Bernard, or Stephen, which one are you today?